Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of On the Paint Table. It's my weekly show where you see what I got done, what I'm working on, and what is coming up. So this week, I finished off my two-player starter set, the Lord of the Rings Battle of Osgiliath, as well as all the associated terrain you've been watching me paint over the last couple weeks. Pulled out some projects to continue and sort of develop the two forces in this box into full armies, and got to work on some other stuff too. It's a week I didn't just paint Infinity miniatures. Hooray! I told you I'd figure it out. I'd get myself under control. All I had to do was decide to do more work and make a podcast. And all of a sudden I got my focus back. So anyway, let's see what I got done and what is coming up. There it is, project complete, the Battle of Osgiliath, two-player starter set, all painted up. We've got Team Gondor here, the forces of men with Faramir, Damrod, and Madril. 12 Rangers of Gondor, 4 with spears. And then I've got 12 Warriors of Minas Tirith, 4 with sword and shield, 4 with spear and shield, and 4 with bow. In the back, we got Tenacious G himself, Gothmog, both mounted and on foot, so you can take him with his warg, and then if the warg's killed or he decides to dismount, they're separate as well. My Mordor Troll, and then 24 Morannan Orcs, probably the best evil foot troop in the game. This is Strength 4, Defense 6 is no joke. They are fantastic. And then my painted Osgiliath ruins as well. Can you tell which of these 4 ruins I built when I'm tired? Scavenger hunt. See if you can figure out which of these I built when I was really tired and slightly in the dark. But I'm really happy with them. And so coming up, I've managed to dig out some new stuff to paint. To add to them, I'm going to paint up a unit of Knights of Minas Tirith to add to my Gondorians. I have a ton of bows against the bow limit there. There's like 12... if you have 1/3 bow count, I have 8 guys without bows and 3 heroes, so 11. So I could technically have, I guess, if it's going to go to 15, I can have 5 guys without bows, or with bows, sorry, and I have 16. So I definitely, to have 16 guys with bows, to use this whole army, I need to have a grand total of 48 guys total in the force. That means I got to paint another... 32. So out of 32, I've got 10. So I need to paint another 22 guys without bows. So 6 knights will be a good start, and then 6 more warriors of Gondor, so 8 more warriors of Gondor, so that's 14 more, which is nice. And then I've got some allies I want to do. I got Grimbjorn and the Bjornlings, which is awesome. To actually give myself some more hero options too. I found my old Boromir, Captain of Gondor. This is buff Boromir. He's got his might of 6, and he still has 3 fate. So it's when he's not all beguiled by the ring. And I stripped him down, as well as a banner, because banners are super important for rerolling a fight die in the Middle-earth strategy battle game. And then on top of that, I found some blisters of Guardians of the Fountain Court. In fact, 9, because Denethor is not going to send his favorite son into combat without some proper protection. And that means that I've got a nice little warband here of guys to make this a legal army of Gondor with some options. So I finish off the banner. I finish off 6 more Warriors of Gondor. I'm going to do my painting guide on these as well when I paint them. The Guardians of the Fountain Court, and then the Knights. And then I'll allow myself a break and maybe paint Grimbjorn and the Bjornlings as like a cool little allied hero contingent. So they're like... You don't get your army bonus if you take them, but Grimbjorn and the Bjornlings are pretty amazing. And if I do a ranger-themed army, they actually do hunt around Ithilien. So there's some lore reasoning for why Bjorn's son would be hanging out during the War of the Ring and the War in the North with some rangers, and maybe like Damrod or Madril like early in the war. So I think that's going to be fun. And then I grabbed some more ruins because I do have a couple more sets to do a paint guide with. And that means I'll do in the following weeks a how I painted these ruins guide as well, as I get ready to play some actual Middle-earth strategy battle game, which I'm excited about. I want to paint... I'm going to get the Gondor Force done first, just and when I dug through my model collection of like unpainted Middle-earth strategy battle game stuff, this was what I found like readily to hand. And yeah, then I'll just do the good force first, and then work on the bad guys afterwards. To be honest... The bad guy force out of this box is a much more like playable force. You just need to add heroes and banners, because Gothmog's a legendary hero, so he can actually carry, I think, 18 guys with him. So 17 Morannan Orcs and a Troll is a big chunk of points, and it's pretty playable out of the box. It's like 450 points, I think, for Gothmog and friends. And so just adding a couple more heroes means I can unlock the rest of the Orcs, because there's 24 there. So I've got 17 Orcs plus Gothmog is plus the troll is 18. So 17 orcs minus to go to 24. It's another 7 orcs. So I could do a minor hero, right, in his warband with those 7 remaining orcs. Get like a captain or something like that, and then make one a banner and have, or even just like a hero fortitude, and the hero fortitude with like a banner, and the rest of the orcs is going to take this like to easily 600. And it's pretty playable, man. Mornan orcs are fantastic. Trolls are fantastic. Gothmog's great as just like a leader type hero in the mortar army. So I got lots of choices. I also have lots of ring wraiths, so I could just paint that too. So get my hands on the boarding actions box set to expand my inside terrain set for 40k. So this is not a kill team set. This is designed for 40k boarding actions, which are basically just allowing you to play indoors. So playing with infinitely high walls and opening doors and stuff like that. The set comes with 2 copies of the kill team like board, and then a single 2 sets of the wall frames, but none of the like accessory gizmo frames. So it's just the walls and doors. It's not like the loader, unloader, the engines, the barricades, and that stuff. It's just the generic stuff. So if you got a copy of Into the Dark and a copy of what's the second one? Something Void Terror, whatever it was called, the Necron one, then you have basically 2 sets of this terrain already, and you could get this box to make it into like a full 4x4 table, which is kind of cool for spaceship games. You'd be very playable for Horus Heresy. So I'm really excited about this because I'm hoping this means that there's going to be some cool Horus Heresy rules also coming. For doing Zone Mortalis apart from the White Dwarf ones, and this will give us some more access to playing in those indoor environments. You didn't think you'd get away without me talking about Infinity, did ya? I got my hands on the ITS Objectives pack, which is going to be fun. Just to add like some detail, but it does give you the sentry guns, which is cool, consoles, antennas, supply boxes, and your supply crates, so you have like everything for the extraction. I love the little handprint design on them. So for when you're doing supplies, you pull out the tech coffins. And then some consoles too. So and panoplies where you can pull guns out. Look at that. There's little like racks of guns and stuff. These are really neat. They're just gonna add some visual aspect to my tables, and I'm excited to give them some paint. I'm a gangbuster with the SMG. This guy's legit midfield fighter. He's got some mad traps for some immobilize deployables, like perimeter deployables. And he's gonna be a killer hacker, so you can go all smiley face. And I really just did my basing on these guys. My intruder with the shock marksman rifle. I got an Aguasil hacker. I have 2 wildcats I want to paint up, and then a very old Moran who I've lost like I've lost my my gumption to paint him, but I'm definitely gonna paint his 2 little bots because the same bots come with the new Morans. It'll get me ahead. Last but not least, we got some Fallout stuff. The Forged Raider Group, Ghoul Settlers, Jake Finch, and some very cool accessories. I'm actually most excited about these. Some Brahmin, including a like a pack Brahmin, and some of the new Feral Mongrels, some support dogs. These are more 76 style, which I think is really, really cool. So this, I really need to get back and do another Fallout campaign, or paint some Fallout models, because these are some of my favorite miniatures. I just haven't had a chance to in a while. I need to find a narrative plot hook in my head to do some Fallout stuff coming up. So there you go, 50 models painted over the last couple weeks as I cranked out some Middle-earth strategy battle game stuff, which I'm really pumped to play. I'll be honest, it is one of my all-time favorite games, and getting through the How to Play series for you guys just got me in the mood. I got like a little bit more painting to do for the Gondorians, and maybe I'll like treat myself and slow down a bit for Grimbeorn. And then I really want to get some games in over the Christmas holidays and the next few months. So yeah, so if you're in the local area and you want to play some SPG, come hang out and we'll play some games. And then of course, getting the stuff done for the upcoming Winter War ITS. We're almost sold out. It's like 2 months out and we're more than halfway sold through. We're like 13 out of 20. So I gotta build some tabletoppers. I gotta do some tournament prep and get ready for that as well, which I'm excited that so many people are gonna come down. It's people I haven't seen since the last major ITS I ran is pre-pandemic, so like 2018, 2019, so it's been like 3 years almost. It'll have been 3 years since the last time I ran an ITS that was big and people came down and I got to see and hang out with all these guys, so I'm really excited for that too. So there you go, that's my On the Paint table for this week. Big thanks for watching. Thanks, I'm Ash. Have a great day. Hey there, I hope you enjoyed that video. There are tons of other games already recorded for you to watch. Click over to my channel page if you haven't already, and have a look through the dozens of playlists full of videos. I guarantee you'll discover a game you haven't seen played before. I put out new videos 7 days a week, and every day is themed to a different genre as I continue to explore the wider world of gaming.
Of course, none of that's possible without you, the viewer, so click a like and subscribe if you'd like to stay on top of what's happening here daily. My 2 kids and I are massively grateful to be able to have the flexibility of this job so I can always maximize my time with them. If you want to support me continue to put out this content, it's only possible because of my amazing backers on Patreon who support the studio, equipment, and model cost, as well as being how I make the bulk of my living. You can also help out by buying a t-shirt through Spreadshirt, a measuring gauge or widget from Death Ray Designs, or buying one of my games and supplements like Last Days, Gamma Wolves, and Blaster. As a way of showing my appreciation, patrons get early access to new games and supplements that I write throughout the course of the year. Huge thanks for watching, it really does help out, and happy gaming.